Based on the laws of aerodynamics, the bumblebee is not supposed to be able to fly based upon its proportion and the wingspan of its body. But ignoring those laws, the bumblebee flies anyways. And so today I would like to talk to you guys about how the bumblebee flies and how it impacts mankind. How does a bumblebee fly? So the bumblebee flaps its wings 200 times per second. Just like that, the bumblebee just flaps its wings 200 times per second. But how does the bumblebee do it? Well, the bumblebee has special muscles that's built into them, where they're able to fire at the nerves and send signals to allow the bumblebee to fly at such frequency. The bumblebee has two different sets of wings. One wing sits on the top and one wing sits on the back, and they're both layered. While one is propelling the bumblebee to go forward, the other one is preparing the bumblebee to go backwards. Okay? The main types of muscles, they move directly and indirectly. So the bumblebee has a special way of flying, like no other. So what man may say that is impossible is very possible for the bumblebee. The impossible flight of a bumblebee. So back in 1989, John McCaster was at a dinner party, and there was a special unknown aerodynamicist that was there. And they were having a conversation on a calculation on how a bumblebee flies. And so no one could find out, based upon the calculation, how could a bumblebee take flight? This is impossible. This cannot be done. So John McCaster continued to do more research and didn't find anything. So one day, John McCaster decided to pick his research up again. And he figured out, back in 1934, Andre Saint-Lay had ran across the same calculations, noticing that the bumblebee is not supposed to be able to fly. And the calculations matched what they had seen back in 1989. So the bumblebee, impossible able to fly. That's something. Now that's a phenomenon. That's something that's crazy to everyone. How does a bumblebee fly? But a bumblebee does it regardless, not worrying about what man has to say. But bumblebees relates to us, mankind, each and every day, by the pollination of crops. So we want to have our nice good salads. If it wasn't for bumblebees, we won't be able to have our tomatoes, our carrots, our nice onions, you know. And of course, the best food source that bees give us, which is honey. All right. But what a lot of us don't think about is how deep a bumblebee goes, because without the pollination of the bumblebee, the plants that the livestock eat will not be around if the bumblebee did not do any of the pollination. So the bumblebees plays a big impact into mankind. So the bumblebee, I was thinking about it one day and I said, it somewhat relates to us. You know, a lot of men tell us on a daily basis that, you know, we can't do certain things, or you can't do this and you can't be that. And we can just be just like the bumblebee and look past what others have to say and just move forward with life and go after our dreams, go after our aspirations, to go out and do the things that, you know, we were told as a child that we could do. Why give up on those dreams? Nothing's impossible, but the word itself says that I'm possible. That's the mindset of the bumblebee. That bumblebee doesn't worry about what others are saying. The bumblebee does it anyways. So let's do a review. How does the bumblebee fly? We know it has those special muscles and it has those special wings where it's able to take flight. The impossible flight of the bumblebee. That myth, that no longer stands, because we all know that the bumblebees takes flight. And how can the bumblebee relate to mankind? Well, we know that without the bumblebees, we won't be able to have the good vegetables and the good fruit that we love so much today. And so, I want to just thank you guys for allowing me to share information with you guys about how a bumblebee relates to mankind. Thank you. I'm Jerome Motes. Have a good one. Today I will be doing my informative speech. My class is CST 100.